Good morning everyone, and today is sale day and I'm going to bring you along with me to see how our calves do. But before we do that, we've got to go ahead and feed these cattle. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yesterday was a busy day shipping all of our calves over to the auction market, and the ones that remain over here are replacement heifers, a cow and a calf, which was born in October, so he's a little too young to sell yet. That's the little guy in the orange tag right there. That's too young yet, so we're going to grow him out and either butcher him for our own meat or we're going to sell him sometime. So let's go ahead and feed them real quick. Oh yeah, they're hungry. Even though they've got all this good hay right here, they're just extremely picky, so they don't want any of this stuff. So we'll give them some alfalfa that I know they like. A lot of that hay in the bunk is from yesterday that the calves never got to finish before we started trucking them out. So the plan right now is when they get all this cleaned up, we're going to give them 3 bales total compared to the 11 or 12 that we normally fed them when there was a lot more calves in here. But they've got a ton in this feed bunk right now, so today they're going to be getting 2, and hopefully I spread this out enough to where they actually eat some of the stuff on the bottom. Get this spread out nicely so that there's plenty of room. And just like that, we went from feeding 12 bales down to 2. And eventually 3 when they get all that hay cleaned up. Water is clean, that's a good thing. And just like that, we're done chores in 5 minutes. I should say over at this place. At the main yard, we still got animals over there. A lot easier now that the calves are over at the auction market. And soon, they won't be our worry anymore. So with all that being done, let's head over to the auction market. All right, so we're doing guesses right now on what the total check will bring for 51 animals. I'm saying 172,000. Mom said
175,000.
And then you're saying
180,000.
180,000 for 51 animals, and last year's check brought in 155,000, and the calving market is up right now by a significant amount. So I guess we'll see who's right. Not a whole lot of people here yet.
No.
Okay, so all of my steers are in the same group. Oh, 9.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
The other one's a smaller group.
Yep. 54 looks like he's shrunk.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
Pretty skinny, but this one's not.
Oh, yeah.
Guys.
A lot of critters over here.
Pens are full.
Yeah.
He's got to be more than 600 head.
Definitely a colorful batch of calves up there.
There's some yellows and some blacks. So Only a tire. Yeah. Right away. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very, very special sale today. So over 700 fancy feeder cattle again, selling roughly order of arrival lots. I think 97% of the cattle today are going to be overnight and empty. We'll call the ones that were morning delivery. We'll start at, we go 540, 520, 20, 5, 502, 502, 5, 505, 7, 507, 10, 507, 510, 507, 508, 507, 508, 507, 58, 507, 508, 507, 508. They're fancy guys. They're green, they're empty. Early yesterday, 507, 589, and now 10, 519, half of 20, 25, 19, half 20. Sold the cattle, 519 and a half. Summit. 547, 547, 48, 562, 562, 3, sold 562, Juris, F1, 622, 25, 22, 25, sold 622, 756, 755, 56, 755, 56, sold 755, 21, 821, 821, 821, sold 820, 788, gold big Charlotte steer. Born on a cold day he was. Good to go on him. Tail and feeder. Let's go on him. 788 on him. 520. 15, 10, 480, 482, 470, 450. Now 2. 450, 450, 450 is bid 52. 450, 550, 60, 460, 62, 62, 62, 462, 61, 2, 62, 77, 78, 477, 78, 477, 78, 477. Here's your heifer dogs, guys. No brands, no implants. At their 8-week on their ass. Feed them or breed them. What a set they are. No green, they're empty. 762. Who's gonna go on in? 510. $510, $5. 480. 485, 787, 485, 487. Sold 485. Your hands. 482. Who would like the heifer here wants these good little heifers to come, guys? Who would go 482 on her? Who would go on her with 7? 700, 702, 702. 702, 700, 702, 700, 700, sold 709, Jason. 629, they weigh fancy heifers, guys. Who do we go on in? 429, 629, who do we go on in? Who do we go on in? 640, 640, we do over 620, 590, 91, 591, 2, 91, 2, 2, 91, 2, 91, 2, 591, 591, sold 591, 13, 13, 14, 514, 15, 15, 514, 15, 16, 16, 17, 16, half and half, 20, 519, half and 520, sold 519 and a half. 8 times these red heifers are going to weigh 701, 701 pounds on him. Who did it go in? 530, 540, 40, 1, 540, 1, 2, 541, 2, 541, 42, 2, sold 541, 570, 550, 518, now 2, 552, 552, 50, 572, sold Dallas, 570. 677, ooh, exotic steers here. 677 on that. Option on one. 724, who's gonna go $5? 500, 500, 500, 500, 490, 490, 480, 480, 480, 521, 522, 521, 22, 21, 22, 521. Peter Hines. Careful. Your eyes just filled for the last one. Down 20, black-hided heifers here, they weigh 761. 761, they weigh overnight empty taints and heifers. 761, who'd have going in, it's going in, but going in at 530, about 20, about 20, 98, 98, 99, 95, 500, 501, 500, 501, 500, 501, 500, 501, sold $5.
Cool, thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. And just like that, that's another year of calves sold. Overall, the auction went super good. Our calves were the first one to sell, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. It's a good thing because there's very little shrinkage that happens on our end, meaning that they retain more weight. Because anytime you sell at an auction market, there's this thing called shrinkage, in which the cattle can lose weight due to a variety of different things, including stress from being in a new environment, getting chased up into the arena, as well as being off of feed and water for a long time. Because when you go to sell an animal, you want their true weight, so you want their stomach and their gut to be completely empty, or as empty as you can get it. So by us being the first ones to sell, we didn't have to worry about too much shrinkage, so that's a good thing. However, there's the chance that you always lose out on a few bucks because the buyers don't want to spend all of their money on the first few animals. And we know this because one of our animals which sold early on in the sale compared to one that weighed the exact same, the one sold later on sold for a few cents more than ours, which sold earlier in the sale. And they're both Black Angus, so they're really similar. So yeah, while it sucks to lose out on a few cents going early on the sale, we still broke our record for our calf check. Because every year for the past 5 years, we have broken that record again and again and again. Because it seems like the calf prices just aren't going down any. So now for the numbers. So for our weights, most of our animals were a little over 800 pounds average. And now because they put the animals into different groups depending on size, color, body type, the price can be all over the place. So for example, our lightest animal weighed 474 pounds, in which they got $8.20 per pound. And for our heavier animals, which weighed a little over 800 pounds, we got around $5.19 per pound. And now for our cheapest animal, which was a Charolais steer, which weighed 788 pounds, we got for $4.77 per pound. Now for the reason why he was so cheap was because he had frozen ears, and the auction markets just don't like that. So he went for 20 to 50 cents lower than the other ones. Now with all that out of the way, whose guess was closer to the final amount? And that is my dad. The rough dollar amount for our 51 calves came out to a little over $200,000, which again, like I said earlier, is the highest we have ever had. That's $50,000 more than last year's calves brought in. And we sold a lot less animals this year than we did last year. So yeah, we're all kind of surprised on what that brought in, so that's going to replace last year's check in the frame. And now for the unfortunate news. Most of that money from that calf check will be going into our fertilizer bill, which won't leave us with very much left, which sucks. But that's farming for you. But we still made a profit, so we're happy. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.